Hello, I'm Billy Fair, and this is my final presentation for the class MGMT 0450, Organizational Behavior and Development, Section 50. Consumers Union, presented by Billy Fair, Jr. The overall structure of the Consumers Union is quite simple. Consumers Union is a non-profit organization, which means that it does not do business for the purpose of gaining money for the organization. It has a main office based in Yonkers, New York, and 3 other main offices. The 3 other offices are in Washington, D.C., Austin, Texas, and San Francisco, California. At the main office in Yonkers, New York, sits the board of directors who delegate the basic operations of the organization as a whole. The board of directors are elected by members of the Consumers Union, and they meet about 3 times every year. The current chairperson of the organization is Walter D. Bristol. There are 17 other members of the board, all of whom have key roles in the organization. At the main offices, there are both experts and staff. The experts deal mainly with the testing of the various products that Consumers Union does a report on. The staff within Consumers Union deals mainly with the floor and/or groundwork within the company. They determine the biggest issues for consumers and decide ways to execute them on behalf of the health and safety of the consumer population. The main employees in the Consumer Union are actually the people and the population. The Consumers Union also employs a plethora of everyday U.S. citizens. These everyday U.S. citizens serve mainly as mystery shoppers and on-the-ground research. The citizens also assist the company in lobbying efforts, which is the most effective way that the Consumers Union makes its movement on the rest of the country. Currently, there are approximately 1 million online activists and supporters. At its headquarters in Yonkers, New York, there are over 50 state-of-the-art labs and a 327-acre test center that employs around 600 people. Its main ways of getting its word out to people and the government is its website and emails. The Consumers Union accepts no outside advertising and no free samples in its efforts to remain an independent, non-profit organization. Despite the fact that the Consumers Union is a non-profit organization, it generates about $200 million in revenues. Here's some background information. The founding of the Consumers Union organization is quite interesting, alongside its reason for being founded. In 1926, an organization called Consumer Research was founded in White Plains, New York by 2 men, Stuart Chase and F.J. Schlink. Both men had high regards to consumers, and them rightfully being treated fair in regards to their money's worth in comparison to the products they actually bought. Around 1935, things began to drastically change for Consumers Research. By this time, the company moved its headquarters to New Jersey, and one of the founders of the organization, Stuart Chase, as mentioned earlier, left to pursue other interests. When Stuart Chase left, F.J. Schlink felt left behind. And then he decided to take the organization towards more of a management control perspective. Shortly after, workers began to complain about harsh working environments and bad working conditions. Schlink's ignorance of the ideas of his workers eventually led to a large strike that led to the downfall of Consumers Research. Arthur Callett, who became top manager for the Consumer Research Organization, eventually started his own very similar organization, the Consumers Union. Arthur Callett, Colston Warren, and various other employees of the Consumer Research Organization pushed the idea for a new organization. The new organization would be very similar to its predecessor, Consumer Research. However, its goal was to do eternally what it was doing externally, to seek the best interest of the working consumer people. From 1936 to present, we have seen this company grow from a small one to the largest of its kind. It currently has 4 major offices, as stated earlier. From its small office to its nationwide campaign, the Consumers Union has grown to employ millions. Along with its 17 board of directors, there are many people who sit in expert and professional divisions. Those who are employed in the company as staff are also key components to the company's success. In 1936, the United States began to see the first transitions into the selling period. Companies started to relentlessly pursue and sell profit for their organization. The media began to be overwhelmed with ads about its products, about companies' products. At this time, we were seeing heavy amounts of ads and strong pursuits from companies to get people to buy their products and do business with them. The Consumers Union provided consumers with the information they lacked to be able to tell what ads were telling the truth and what ads were not. Since that time, we as consumers have seen and even felt the effects of the steadfast flow of essential information about products and their capabilities from the company. The employees in the Consumers Union issued timely publications that would inform the people of the truths behind advertising. The company releases ads and publications that aim to keep the general public informed of the products they are using daily. Today, the Consumers Union publishes the Consumers Report, which is a publication that continues to provide the people with vital information. They also provide information through the company website, consumerreports.org. Consumerreports.org has the most subscribers in its area. Consumer Reports on Health and Consumer Reports Money Advisor combined for a total of around 8 million subscribers as well. The Consumer Union also pursues the writing and releasing of these publications with its team of e-advocates. The number of e-advocates employed by the Consumers Union is in the thousands. HearUsNow.org is one website that the Consumers Union uses. It deals mainly with keeping customers up to date on telecommunications policies, rules, and laws. The Consumers Union has tackled the prescription drug field with its website, prescriptionforchange.org. Through their website, they release a video entitled Drugs I Need, which raises consumer awareness of the drug market. Healthcare has also been a huge concern for the Consumers Union. The Consumers Union is a huge advocate of the Safe Patient Project, which is a movement that aims to help consumers find the best health care available to them. The health of children is also a huge initiative for Consumers Union. The company is a huge partner in the Campaign for Children's Healthcare. The Campaign for Children's Healthcare is a national program whose goal is to lessen the number of children in the United States that either have healthcare coverage that is inadequate or children who have no healthcare at all. Finally, the Consumers Union targets a green environment. GreenerChoices.org is a website that helps consumers seek to buy greener, safer, organic products. These products are not only safe and better for the consumer that uses them, but for the environment in which they live as well. Doing this company research, I learned a few things. While being engaged in this process, one thing I learned from studying and researching Consumers Union was the emphasis put on finding mistakes in ads to consumers and mistakes in the products that are provided to them. Every day and every hour there is someone researching a product, trying to improve it, or trying to urge a company or the government to take actions in the best interest of the people. Another thing that I learned was the power of the Consumers Union organization. This nonprofit organization releases several publications. They also endorse and sponsor many other ones. The Consumers Union has the power to sway the minds, thoughts, and actions of the people, corporations, and even the American government. Something else I learned in doing this project was a different type of organizational structure. While the organizational structure of the Consumers Union is quite similar to that of any other organization in regards to top to bottom management, there are a few other things I noticed. I noticed that the Consumers Union have quite a few employees who basically work free will. Mystery shoppers, journal writers, testers, etc. all work on their own. Once again, I'm Billy Fair, and that was my final presentation on the Consumers Union.